Chapter 1. The Golden Chonk's Grand Entrance, a shocking revelation. All right, listen up, my fellow perfectionists and curious kittens. What if I told you there's a place on Earth so enormous, so utterly mind-bogglingly vast, that it has its own clouds? Not outside, mind you, but deep, deep underground? A place where entire forests thrive in perpetual twilight, and ancient creatures swim in rivers that have never seen the sun? Sounds like a cat's wildest dream, or perhaps a very long, very dark tunnel to the treat cupboard, right? Well, you absolutely must stay, because I, Golden Chonk, your most esteemed and fluffy guide, am about to whisk you away on an adventure into this impossible world. We're talking about a place that makes your biggest living room feel like a shoebox, a place where even a mighty lion would feel like a tiny mouse. And trust me, if I'm willing to leave my sunbeam for this, it's going to be epic. So settle in, fluff up your favorite cushion, and prepare your ears for the Golden Chonk's Grand Cave Caper. Son Doong's Secrets Unfurled. Yes, that's the one. Remember it. It's catchy, just like a laser pointer dot. I'm Golden Chonk, by the way. You might know me from my extensive napping career, or perhaps my groundbreaking research into the optimal belly rubbing techniques. But today, my friends, we're diving into something even more profound than the perfect nap. The largest cave on our magnificent planet, Son Doong. And yes, it's so big, even I, Golden Chonk, feel a little small. The sheer scale of Son Doong is something that truly needs to be grasped, and it is best understood through comparisons that resonate with everyday experience. For instance, while the cave's dimensions are staggering in abstract numbers, imagining it as large enough to fit 1,000 catnaps or 1,000,000 litter boxes immediately grounds the concept of massive in a way that is both humorous and memorable for the audience. This unique perspective, delivered through the voice of a fat cat, transforms what could be dry facts into an engaging and entertaining revelation, capturing attention from the very beginning. The initial shock value of a place with its own clouds underground is amplified by the narrator's personal, feline-centric framing of its immensity, ensuring that the audience is hooked and curious to learn more about this extraordinary natural wonder. Chapter 2. A fat cat's first glimpse, the unfathomable scale of Son Doong. Now, when I first heard about this Sandang cave, which, by the way, is also known as Son Doong, and trust me, it's easier to say than that really big hole in the ground, my whiskers twitched with skepticism. Largest cave on our planet. Pfft. I've seen some pretty big boxes. But oh my dear listeners, this is no mere box. This is a cathedral of stone, a subterranean kingdom so vast it defies belief. It's bigger than 1,000 catnaps combined, enough space for 1,000,000 litter boxes if one were so inclined, or perhaps more practically, enough room for a lifetime supply of tuna. Let's talk numbers, because even a cat like me can appreciate a good, big number. This cave stretches a mind-boggling 9 kilometers in length. That's like, what, 100,000 zoomies? And its total volume? A staggering 38.5 million cubic meters of space. To put that into perspective for you humans, it's equivalent to about 15,000 Olympic swimming pools. Imagine trying to swim that. I'd need a very long floaty. And the passages themselves? So enormous that a 40-story skyscraper could fit inside. Not just a bit of it, but the whole thing. Some sections reach up to 200 meters high and 165 meters wide. They even say a double-decker aircraft, like those big Boeings, could fly right through the Hope and Vision passage without scraping a wing. That's a lot of airspace, even for a cat who dreams of flight. Walking inside, it's impossible not to feel as small as a tiny bug. And coming from me, Golden Chonk, a creature of considerable fluff and presence, that's saying something. It's a humbling experience, realizing the sheer scale of natural forces at play over millions of years. The repeated emphasis on the cave's immense size, through comparisons to skyscrapers, Boeing 747s, and Olympic pools, is not merely a listing of facts. It is designed to evoke a profound psychological response. For a narrator who typically views himself as the center of his universe, the admission of feeling small as a tiny bug underscores the overwhelming presence of the cave. This personal reaction helps to convey the sheer magnitude of Son Doong in a way that abstract numbers alone cannot, making the dimensions relatable and deeply impactful for the audience. This overwhelming scale naturally inspires a sense of awe and wonder. The fact that Son Doong is recognized as the largest cave on our planet and a world-class experience highlights its global significance. By emphasizing this awe-inspiring grandeur, the narrative subtly prepares the audience to understand the importance of the conservation efforts that protect this unique environment. The sheer magnificence of the cave, as described through Golden Chonk's astonished observations, provides a compelling reason for its preservation and careful management. Son Doong, a giant's playground dimension value comparison length, 9 km volume, 38.5 million m3, and 15,000 Olympic pools. Max height 200 meters at a 40-story skyscraper. Max width 165 meters. Tallest stalagmite 80 mil. Great Wall. Height 80 to 90 meters. Passage size. Double-decker aircraft could fly through. The table above provides a quick, digestible summary of the cave's unfathomable scale. Presenting these numbers alongside relatable comparisons ensures that the audience can truly grasp the immensity of Son Doong, reinforcing the narrator's initial awe and the shocking revelation that began this grand caper. Chapter 3. Whispers of Ancient Earth. Son Doong's geological masterpiece. But how, you ask, did such a colossal cavern come to be? Well, it all started long before my ancestors perfected the art of the indoor zoomie. Beneath the very soil, humans walk on lies a 450-million-year-old limestone formation. That's older than dinosaurs, older than most of the dust bunnies under your couch. This calcium-rich limestone, the oldest in Southeast Asia, is made of the compressed shells and skeletons of ancient sea animals that sank to the ocean floor over millions of years. Imagine a giant, ancient seafood buffet, slowly squished into rock. Fascinating, really. Now, limestone, as it turns out, is a bit like a giant, delicious block of cheese to acid. And acid rain, over eons, slowly erodes it. But it's not just rain. Son Doong was carved over millions of years by allogenic rivers, like the Rao Thuong and Khe Rai, which sank along straight sub-vertical fault lines of the Trong Son mountain range. These fault lines created pathways for water to flow deeper, making the cave truly enormous. So, it's a grand ballet of water erosion and tectonic movements. Much more exciting than watching a single water droplet drip from a leaky faucet, I assure you. The immense scale of Son Doong is a direct consequence of this synergistic relationship between water and tectonic forces. Pre-existing fractures in the Earth's crust allowed water to penetrate deeper and more effectively, carving out the vast chambers over eons. This highlights the complex geological history, showing that the cave's uniqueness stems from a rare combination of conditions rather than a single factor. Here's a fun little paradox for you. While the limestone itself is ancient, up to 450 million years old, the cave of Son Doong itself is considered young, having formed only about 2 to 5 million years ago. It's like having a brand new, super modern cat tree built from ancient, prehistoric wood. The river just kept carving and carving, making this giant tunnel. This contrast between the ancient limestone and the relatively young cave emphasizes the concept of deep time, a geological timescale that is almost incomprehensible to human or feline lifespans. Golden Chonk's humorous comparisons, like older than most dust bunnies, help bridge this gap, making the vastness of time more relatable and inviting the audience to ponder the immense forces that shaped our planet. But the geology here isn't just about big holes and old rocks. It's about living rocks. Yes, you heard me right. Son Doong contains phytokarst rocks, which are described as moving towards the sun like semi-living organisms. These rare limestone formations are shaped by the growth of algae, mosses, and microorganisms together with calcium carbonate. They secrete a weak acid that dissolves the rock, creating these unique, often pencil-like shapes that point towards the light. It's like the rocks themselves are trying to get a good sunbath, just like me. Except they're doing it by slowly dissolving themselves. Humans are weird, but rocks are weirder. The concept of phytokarst is a fascinating illustration of how geological and biological processes can intertwine. These formations are not merely inert rocks. They are actively shaped by microorganisms, adding a dynamic and almost fantastical element to the cave. This detail enriches the narrative by introducing a truly unique phenomenon, further emphasizing the otherworldly nature of Son Doong, where the boundaries between living and non-living seem to blur. Other unique geological formations. And speaking of unique, have you ever heard of cave pearls? They're like nature's giant marbles, formed around a tiny grain of sand with layers of minerals building up over centuries. Usually, they're about a centimeter, but here in Son Doong, some are as big as a tennis ball. Imagine trying to bat one of those around. A cat can dream. Then there are the stalagmites, rising like towers of ancient cities. The most famous? The Hand of Dog stalagmite, an 80-meter-high behemoth. It took an average of 800,000 years for the minerals to accumulate to form this one. It's so huge because it grew in a part of the cave where the ceiling is over 170 meters high and 130 meters wide. There's even a story that it was originally named Hand of God, but a mishearing led to Hand of Dog. I prefer Hand of Dog, sounds more relatable, like a giant stony paw print from a truly colossal creature. And everywhere, water rich in minerals flows down, creating beautiful rimstone pools, like tiny pristine swimming holes for very small, very brave fish. You also see these curious formations called sand towers, which look like a small metropolis. When water drips, it protects the parts under pebbles, while the surroundings erode, leaving these little stone cities. It's like nature's very slow, very intricate sandcastle competition. Chapter 4. The Hidden Jungles and Creatures of the Deep, Son Doong's Living Heart. Now, here's where things get truly wild, even for a seasoned indoor explorer like myself. This cave isn't just a hole in the ground. It's a completely self-sustained ecosystem with its own climate conditions. Think about that for a moment. Hundreds of meters underground, the clouds you're used to seeing in the sky actually form inside this cave. It's all because of the temperature difference between the outside and the inside. It's like the cave is breathing, creating its own little weather system. Imagine trying to predict that forecast. This intricate system, where elements like bat guano provide soil fertility, dolines allow light penetration, and temperature differences create unique weather, highlights the complex web of life and geological features that allow this unique environment to flourish. This interconnectedness underscores the fragility and irreplaceable nature of the ecosystem, reinforcing the need for its careful protection and management. How does life thrive in such darkness? That's where the magic happens. Son Doong has two colossal openings in its ceiling, called dolines or skylights. Hundreds of thousands of years ago, the cave roof simply couldn't hold up and collapsed. And that, my friends, was a good thing. These giant holes allowed sunlight to penetrate the darkness, giving life to entirely new, unique ecosystems. It's like finding a secret garden, but instead of a wall, it's a giant hole in the ceiling of the world's biggest cave. Doline 1. Watch out for dinosaurs. The first doline, about 3 kilometers from the entrance, is dramatically named Watch Out for Dinosaurs. The story goes that an explorer joked about his child shouting, "Daddy, watch out for a dinosaur," upon seeing the untouched, prehistoric landscape. It's a steep, rocky area, but sunlight still streams in, creating magnificent scenes. You can even see the wedding cake stalagmite here, a popular spot for photos. Doline 2, Garden of Eden. But the real showstopper is the second doline, much bigger than the first. This is the Garden of Eden. And yes, it was originally Garden of Eden, but humorously changed to avoid religious connotations. All of a sudden, you're in a dense, lush forest, right inside a cave. It's like stepping into another dimension. The roof here collapsed due to the intersection of two major fault lines, allowing even more sunlight to flood in. The underground rainforest. This isn't just a few plants, it's a full-blown, untouched prehistoric rainforest. Biologists have found more than 200 species of plants and almost 60 species of animals living in this area. The soil is deep and incredibly fertile, thanks to millions of years of bat guano accumulation. Yes, that's right, bat poop. Who knew it was such a powerful fertilizer? The trees here are fascinating. They grow very thin but incredibly tall, up to 40 to 50 meters high, all stretching desperately towards the sunlight filtering from above. It's a testament to life's incredible will to find a way, even in the most unlikely places. Endemic and adapted species. And what about the creatures? Oh my whiskers, the creatures! This underground world is home to over 250 endemic plant and animal species, with 7 new animal species recently discovered here. Many of them are uniquely adapted to the darkness, like the transparent fish with no eyes. They don't react to shadows or movement because, well, they don't see anything. Their other senses, like touch and smell, have become super strong. Just like my nose when it sniffs out a fresh can of salmon. The descriptions of blind fish, translucent insects, and bioluminescent cave worms provide compelling examples of extreme evolutionary adaptation. The loss of eyes and pigment, coupled with the development of alternative senses or light production, vividly demonstrates life's remarkable ability to thrive in perpetual darkness. This showcases the incredible biodiversity and the power of natural selection, transforming the cave into a living laboratory of ongoing evolution. Then there are the cave worms. These little tricksters produce a blue-green light from their tail to attract flying insects to their sticky threads. Once an insect gets stuck, the larva pulls up the thread and eats its prey. Glowing snacks. Who knew nature had such a clever, albeit slightly terrifying vending machine? But perhaps the most astonishing residents are the colorful monkeys. Yes, monkeys. In a cave. This might be the only cave where monkeys live. Most primates prefer trees, but this extraordinary cave has become a new living space for certain species. I imagine they're quite good at climbing the tall trees in the Dolines. Perhaps they're even better at finding dropped snacks than I am. A true marvel, these tree-dwelling cousins of mine, but underground. We also encounter crickets, some of them blind. There are countless bats hanging in deep sleep above, though some are awake and constantly defecating. And in the rainforest, you might spot centipedes and snakes. There's even evidence of monkeys eating snails, leaving behind broken shells. It's a bustling, hidden world, full of surprises. Son Doong's secret inhabitants. Species unique. Adaptation feature significance. Blind fish. Eyeless, transparent, enhanced senses. Endemic, new species. Cave worms. Bioluminescent traps. Unique predatory behavior. Monkeys. Live in cave rainforest. Possibly unique to this cave. Bats. Hibernate fertilized soil. Crucial to ecosystem crickets. Numerous, some blind, adapted to dark cave-dwelling centipedes. Predators. Part of the cave's food chain. Snakes. Predators. Part of the cave's food chain. Snails, prey, eaten by monkeys. Evidence of unique food sources. This table systematically presents the diverse and often highly adapted life forms found within Son Doong. It highlights the cave's rich biodiversity and reinforces the narrative of a self-sustained ecosystem and the otherworldly nature of Son Doong, providing concrete examples of its biological marvels. Chapter 5. The Golden Chonk's Epic Trek, Navigating the Subterranean World. Now, you might be thinking, Golden Chonk, how does one even get to such a place? Well, my friends, this isn't your average stroll in the park. Individual access is strictly forbidden to protect both visitors and the incredibly fragile environment. Only one authorized agency, Oxalis Adventure, operates these expeditions. It's like a secret society of adventurers, and only the most prepared get to join. The strict limitation on individual access and the exclusive role of Oxalis Adventure are not just logistical details. They represent a fundamental conservation strategy. By capping visitor numbers at 1,000 per year and limiting group sizes to a maximum of 10, and by implementing strict rules such as no permanent infrastructure and carrying all waste out, the human impact on this delicate ecosystem is significantly mitigated. This proactive approach to preserving a natural wonder demonstrates how exploration can coexist with environmental protection, setting a commendable example for other sensitive natural sites globally. Preparation and the Gateway Cave, N Cave. To even reach Son Doong, humans embark on a challenging journey. First, a 9-hour trek through the jungle. 9 hours. That's like 9 naps without interruption. Then, you must pass through N Cave, which is itself the world's 3rd largest cave and serves as a gateway to Son Doong. It's crucial to be fully prepared, doing deep online research before setting out. Me? My preparation involves a good stretch and a full belly. Inside N Cave, formed over centuries by water, has a ceiling 145 meters high and is 200 meters wide. During flooding season, much of it is submerged. We even saw a basket high up showing how much the water levels can rise. There's a breathtaking lake where humans can take a dip. And at dusk, the sound of swift birds echoes. These birds can't take off from the ground. They have to jump from high places to fly. If they're trapped on the ground, it means certain death. A stark reminder of nature's harsh realities, even for a pampered house cat. The trek to Son Doong's embrace. At sunrise, the real journey to Son Doong begins. If N Cave is a neighborhood, Son Doong is a massive city in comparison. As humans walk, dozens of crickets jump, and the ground is covered with centuries of bat guano. Above, countless bats hang in deep sleep, though some are awake and constantly defecating. So, not a good idea to look up, apparently. My fur is usually pristine, so I can relate to the concern for cleanliness. A challenging final climb brings humans down to the grand entrance of Son Doong. People look tiny at the entrance. Even a few steps in, you're surrounded by incredible formations. The first animal greeting? A cricket. Sparkling white stalagmites like diamonds and huge bronze-colored stalactites resembling frozen waterfalls. The orange-brown hues suggest iron or other minerals. Some stalactites have even broken off. There's a huge, fast-flowing river here. If you fall, you can't swim. It's too swift. Heavy rains feed these rivers, bringing in soil and sprouted seeds, though without sunlight, they don't last. But mushrooms thrive in the moisture and darkness. Signs of recent floods are everywhere, with mud reaching high up, camping in the heart of the earth. Imagine sleeping here, looking at this view. This is our camping site, deep inside the cave. From here, you can partially see the first dolin. It might look like the cave's exit, but it's just the beginning of more incredible sights. The temperature difference between outside and inside the cave forms mist and clouds. It's truly an otherworldly experience, sleeping under the colossal ceiling of the Earth's largest cave. The expedition is described as highly challenging, requiring exceptional fitness and mental preparation. This journey is not merely about sightseeing, it is an incomparable world-class adventure that allows participants to overcome their own fear and feel happy and proud. This frames the expedition as a profound experience of self-discovery and pushing personal limits, appealing to the human desire for challenge and unique, transformative encounters with nature. Golden Chonk's humorous observations about the difficulty of the trek for humans further highlight the significant effort involved, adding depth to the reluctant adventurer persona. The final challenge, the Great Wall of Vietnam. After days of trekking, river crossings, and navigating incredible formations, there's one last epic challenge. An 80-meter high karst wall called the Great Wall of Vietnam. To reach it, you first pass through the 600-meter long Passchendaele Passage, which turns into a breathtaking jade green lake during certain times. This wall was so challenging that the first caving team had to return. It took specialized equipment and immense courage to finally overcome it. For humans, it's a test of will and skill, climbing with safety harnesses and ropes. For me, I'd probably just find a cozy spot to nap at the bottom and wait for a human to carry me over. But I admire their tenacity. The Great Wall of Vietnam serves as a powerful symbol within the narrative. It represents the ultimate physical and mental barrier, embodying the inherent challenges of exploring the unknown. The fact that early explorers were initially turned back by its formidable height underscores its difficulty, while its eventual conquest highlights human perseverance and ingenuity. This section elevates the human element of the story, showcasing the courage and determination required to engage with such a grand natural wonder, making the expedition itself a heroic feat of exploration. Expedition challenges and requirements. Activity, difficulty, distance. Physical requirements: gear provided by Oxalis Jungle Trekking, 17 to 25 kilometer trek. Run 5 kilometers in 50 kyons min. Some helmets, headlamps, caving, gloves, harnesses. River crossings, multiple crossings, knee deep to higher. Swimming comfort, dry bags, tents, sleeping gear. Caving, climbing, 8 km caving. Climb 5 floors water, first aid. Kit satellite phone. Great Wall. Ascent 80 to 90 meter climb, camping 3 nights in cave. This table provides practical details about the expedition, reinforcing Golden Chonk's humorous observations about the demanding nature of the trek for humans. By listing the physical requirements and the extensive gear provided by Oxalis, the narrative gains realism and credibility, demonstrating the thorough planning involved in such a challenging adventure. Chapter 6: Unraveling Ancient Puzzles, the Fossil and Beyond. Even after exploring the world's largest cave from one end to the other, a mystery remained on the 4th day of the expedition. A fossil, seen earlier in Son Doong. Which ancient creature did it belong to? My whiskers twitched with anticipation. This is where my inner detective, Golden Chonk, comes out. Though, usually, my detective work involves figuring out who left the cupboard door ajar. The human narrator, Ruhi Tenet, decided to use some fancy human tools to solve this ancient puzzle. He opened something called Opera Browser, which apparently has built-in AI tools. He used Aria, an AI tool, to highlight key points in an article about the cave. It mentioned 2 coral fossils, but didn't specify which image belonged to which creature. So he used Aria's image recognition feature. Clever for a human. And just like that, the mystery was solved. The fossil was identified as Tetracorallea. Further research, using more of Opera's smart tools like tab islands and split-screen view, revealed that Tetracorallea, also known as rugosa, went extinct 300 million years ago. This carnivorous species is believed to have had tentacles to catch its prey and grew up to 10 centimeters. Imagine a tiny, ancient, tentacled snack. And because it's extinct, they even used Aria's image generation feature to create a possible visual for it. It's like having a time machine, but for pictures. Very impressive, even if it can't generate a plate of fresh tuna. The discovery and identification of the Tetracorallea fossil, dating back 300 million years, highlights Son Doong's profound significance, not just as a geological marvel, but as a paleontological treasure. It functions as a perfectly preserved time capsule, offering a direct glimpse into ancient life and providing invaluable evidence of Earth's deep history. This adds another layer of scientific importance to the cave, emphasizing its immense value for understanding past ecosystems and the grand narrative of evolutionary history. The narrative explicitly details the use of Opera Browser's AI tools, including Aria, image recognition, tab islands, and split-screen view to identify the fossil. This demonstrates how cutting-edge technology can be effectively applied to unravel ancient mysteries and enhance scientific exploration, even in remote and relatively untouched environments. This integration of modern tools with primeval discoveries bridges the gap between the ancient and the contemporary, providing a compelling and relevant angle for a digital content platform. It illustrates how curiosity and discovery can be greatly aided by technological advancements. This whole experience, from the 450 million-year-old limestone to the 300 million-year-old fossil, really makes you think about the vastness of time. The cave isn't just a place, it's a living museum, a time capsule preserving secrets from an Earth long before even the first cat decided to demand breakfast at 4 a.m. It reminds us that our planet has an incredible, ongoing story, and we're just tiny, fluffy observers. In its grand narrative. Chapter 7. The Golden Chonk's Perfect Conclusion. a call to wonder. So, my dear listeners, we've journeyed through the colossal chambers of Son Doong, witnessed its self-contained weather, marveled at its sun-seeking rocks, and met its blind fish and cave-dwelling monkeys. We've even solved an ancient mystery with the help of some clever human tech. It's a place of unparalleled beauty, a true testament to the raw, untamed power of nature. It makes my usual adventures, like chasing a dust bunny under the sofa, seem, well, a little less grand. This cave, this magnificent hidden world, is a wonder that deserves our deepest respect and protection. It's a reminder that there are still incredible, untouched places on Earth, full of secrets waiting to be discovered, and perhaps a few more ancient snacks to be identified. And it's why efforts to limit access and conserve its delicate balance are so important. The entire narrative, from the initial description of the cave's fragility to the controlled access, limited visitor numbers, and Oxalis's comprehensive conservation practices, implicitly builds a strong case for responsible interaction with natural wonders. This conclusion explicitly connects the awe of discovery with the imperative of preservation, emphasizing that exploration and environmental stewardship are deeply interconnected. The report moves beyond mere description to advocate for a broader message of protecting our planet's most extraordinary natural treasures. We want future generations of humans, and perhaps even future generations of highly intelligent, fluffy felines, to be able to marvel at its majesty. So, next time you're feeling small, or perhaps just craving a bit of adventure, remember Son Doong, and remember me, Golden Chonk, your guide to the extraordinary. Now, if you'll excuse me, I believe there's a sunbeam with my name on it, and perhaps, just perhaps, a fresh bowl of tuna waiting. Until our next grand caper, stay curious, stay cozy, and keep those whiskers twitching for wonder. Purr.